Second of the Class 5s then, race number 3, but up to the 1800 metres for this third of the night. It's the first leg of the 6-up as well. We have 14 going to post, headed by Crown Avenue. Barrier 12, probably still roll forward though. Alla Valiente up from the 1650 to the 1800 metres. He drops in class. Mr. Arm up from the 12 to the 1800 here. Mr. Monty's probably going to roll forward from barrier number 2 to the last start winner over the trip, but on the turf at Sha Tin. Ruby Stars possibly rolled as well from barrier number 1. Figures 2 beaten favourite last time out on the turf, switching to the all-weather. Strathmartin with a gear change. Cheek pieces go on. Anonyma possibly roll forward as well under Alex Live from barrier number 8. Lucky Victor, a winner over the 1650 last season. Shanghai Grace, another one with speed, could draw on wide barrier 10. And Speed Force, Matthew Poon riding him from barrier number 9. Back onto your weather for just the second time, Mark.
You've got Crown Avenue going forward, Andrew, on a good speed over the 1800. Lucky Victor will come across from a wide draw. Anonyma can race forward. Mr. Arm can race forward. Mr. Monty, as we saw last time when he won, he can go forward as well, but with the speed around him, he's mid-pack, one off the rail. Speed Force 3 wide, Ruby Stars against the inside. Shanghai Grace, Turf Brilliant, both 3 wide with cover from Happy Jai, Amazing Luck and Figures 2.
Going a long way back there, Figures 2. Let's have a look though first, Paul. It's was a number coming out of this. Crown Avenue runs second. Apollo Warrior wins the race. Mr. Monty at the back there, but we'll see him in a second. He won his next start.
Yeah, look, I quite like this as a form race. I thought Turf Brilliant in the back there with the white and pink hit the line really strongly. It was a good run from him. I don't mind El Valiente coming out of the race as well. Back in Class 5 now with a tongue tie on. It has been with the new step. But look at Turf Brilliant. He really hit the line strongly here. He's drawn a little bit awkwardly in 14, but he gets back anyway. So, look, I think he's a chance. And I also didn't mind El Valiente as well.
Like the one that's hit the line there, Turf Brilliant, the extra 150 metres, a massive plus. 14, not too much of an issue because he's going to go back anyway.
All right, well, after that, Mr. Monty came out on his next start on the turf and did this. Figures 2 was our favourite this day. He's
got a good draw this week of barrier 2, and it's over the same distance, and he does switch to a surface he's won over. It's just a matter of if he can do it again, he carries an extra £5 more. Figures 2, Paul, is the one that comes out of this race that goes into the selections. He's had 2 starts this time in, poor draws in both of them. Better draw this week, barrier number 6.
Yeah, and he said to switch right off the rail and ended up in the middle of the pack and still ran on really nicely. So I agree with you there. He's had 2 goes on the all-weather and he's run 6th and 7th on those 2 occasions, but they're both over 1650. So I think the 1800 is the key there.
Okay. What about Shanghai Grace? Had all-weather form in the UK in actual fact. Still yet to make his mark here in Hong Kong. He'll be ridden though by Jack Wall.
Jack, that was a much better run by Shanghai Grace at Happy Valley last start.
Yes, he after a few runs he improved a little bit, and last start in Happy Valley he not really surprising because we expect him to run well that day.
You'd ridden him in work leading up to that start, so it obviously had been a lot better had it in the week before that race.
After I hop off, we already planned to run 2 more meetings. So we take a further distance and already we're still looking for a good result.
What about the 7-day backup? Because he did race last week. Any concerns around the quick backup?
Not a concern because most of my boss military horses run in this pattern as well and can always handle well.
Drawn out in barrier number 10, as you said, extra distance up to 1800 metres. Will you adopt similar tactics if you can?
Yeah, I would say yes, but because I look at the field, it's quite a field handy horse and still try to put in on handy position, but nothing crazy.
On yourself, getting plenty of opportunities, just need that little tiny ounce of luck to go your way though.
Yes, I guess so, but never an easy game here, so I'll just try my best.
Must be nice to have a ride in the Group 2 in the last couple of weeks as well.
Yes, just all of a sudden I got a chance to ride. Maybe even didn't go not so well, but still a good chance to be there.
You might have a chance here as well with Shanghai Grace. His wins in the UK over the 1400 metres. Again, Paul, it's pretty open this one. Figures 2 favourite again, like it was last time.
Yeah, look, I've got him on top 2 Figures 2, but as you say, it's a real open race. El Valiente with a tongue tie on back in Class 5, don't mind him. Turf Brilliant really hit the line strongly last time. And Lucky Victor, he's the other one I've put in. He did come out of that same race. Now, he's a horse who's drawn wide, but can go forward. He's got early gate speed. 7, 2, 4 and 14. 12.
With the 4 Turf Brilliant up to the 1800 metres, we saw in that replay how well he hit the line. Zach's on board. The further they go, the better he is going to look. Figures 2 from a better barrier. El Valiente, he's had a run since the replay we saw. That was up in Class 4 on the all-weather. He ran 9th behind the Mint, back down to Class 5. And Crown Avenue having his 4th run for the season. He was on a quick backup when he ran 2nd behind a Polar Warrior last time. That's the same race that Turf Brilliant comes out of. 4-7, 2-1.
7-1 the cue for me there in the second of our Class 5s over the 1800 metres, which is also the first leg of the 6-up.